stiff-necked people, man. When we gonna come out of it, man? When we gonna come out of it? So that's why we coming out here to ask our people, when is enough, man? When is enough, man? Like, when is that time where it's like, bro, we had enough, bro. We tired of living at the bottom. I was created to be at the top. So don't even think about it. We at the bottom, and everybody still want to be like us. So imagine when we get to our righteous spot, get back to the top. The world gonna follow. They want to be like us, and we at the bottom. That's how you know we the people, man. You got little white kids, little Asian kids trying to be like our rappers, trying to be like rappers. Because whatever we do, the people gonna follow.
We're the trendsetters.
We're the trendsetters.
Right. Good and bad.
Yeah, good and bad. So if we live in bad, we set bad trends. But we come back, live back righteous, how we was created to be. We can put on the righteous trends that we was created to do, man.
Right.
Go ahead. Yes.
Some people don't try to confess it.
Yes. And what our people do is we think, give me Hebrews 10:26. So what our people think is when we confess our sins, we can go commit the same sin again. Like, no, that ain't confessing, man.
Right.
Because what we think is, I'm going to say, oh, Lord, I'm sorry for doing that, but then I'm going to do it again tomorrow. Are you really sorry? You see what I'm saying? Just say if you have a woman, right? And she cheats on you, so-called cheat on you, right? She say, I'm sorry, but then cheat on you the next day. Is she really sorry? You see what I'm saying? So our people, we want to confess our sins, but we don't want to make the change to correct our actions. We don't want to change our ways. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Technically, this teaches you how to change your way.
Right.
Way of thinking.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And it ain't. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Technically, because how you speak, talk, how you dress.
And how you move. And it protects you. So if you follow everything in that book, King, it protects you from not being wicked. Right. It protects you from not going off.
Right.
This is your protection.
Right.
Because when you wake up in the morning to when you go to sleep, you surrounded in wickedness. If you know it or not. All you got to do is scroll, get on your phone, cut on the TV, listen to the radio. Whatever you do, even going to damn work, you surrounded around wickedness. Or watch the news. You surrounded around wickedness. So what are you doing to help gird you up? What do you have that protects you? We neglecting our protection, which is the law, statutes, and commandments. Bring this out, King.
That's the book of Hebrews chapter 10 and verse number 26.
Bring it out.
For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sin.
So God ain't hearing it. If you want to sin willfully, after you heard that it was wrong, you got the knowledge of truth.
Because sin is technically ways of death.
It is.
And you got to pay
Give
for
me
it.
that 1 John 3 and 4.
You
Yeah.
got to pay for it.
So I'm going to tell you that that's true. And I'm going to give you the exact definition on what the Bible says in regards to what sin is. Because we make it so complex, it's really simple, man.
Right.
Cheating is sin. Having sex is sin.
Not with your,
Having sex
wife, but sex is man.
you got to get ready first.
So, and not in the world of having to get a paper from this worldly way. That's not no. When you and a woman, when you and a woman, y'all can come to one consent, and when y'all get to that point, that is considered a marriage. Y'all one flesh, now y'all one bond.
Right.
Not how the world told us. Yeah, sometimes we have the ceremony, even as Israelites, for we want to please our women, and we want to
I
have
want
the
to
day.
get ready first.
Yeah, if you want to go to that ceremony, that's fine. Because when you with that woman, that's your woman. All right, but this is what sin is, King. This is how.
A man is not supposed to cheat because this is sin. A man supposed to be faithful to a woman, just like a woman.
We'll get more into that, King.
To the man.
We're gonna stay with the simple. I get you. I get what you're saying, King. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna stay with the simple too, on even what the sin is. All right, according to the scriptures. All right, because you say it's the way of death, which is true. But I'm gonna give you the exact definition according to the Bible. Bring it out.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse number 4.
Bring it out.
Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
What sin?
For sin is the transgression of the law.
So sin is the transgression of the law. Now, do you know some laws that we have to follow? What laws do you know? According to the Bible.
Not stealing,
Okay.
not lying, drinking, smoking, partying. You know, parties.
Do you know any dietary or food laws? What we should eat and not eat?
Fruits and veggies. Fruit, veggies. Meat, I eat fruit and veggies.
That's good. That's good. So, and that's how you lost all the weight? Come on, all praises, man. All praises. So, you get Leviticus 11 and 7. So, and you can get Leviticus 19. So, I'm going to give it to you according to the Bible. But I'm glad you're eating fruits and veggies because that's good, man. That's a real strict dietary thing you got going on, which is really good. But I want to give it to you according to the Bible, different things we can't eat as well and why we can't eat them. You see what I'm saying? So, if somebody ever asks you, be able to tell them as well. According to the scriptures that you have in your hand right now.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse number 9.
Bring it
Look
up.
up. Verse
It's like
7.
verse number 7.
Uh-huh.
In the swine, though he divide the hoof and be covered with it, yet he cheweth not the cud.
So the swine, which is the pig, because you said, though he divides himself out, and he's cloven footed, right? Keep going.
He is unclean to you.
He is what?
He is unclean to you.
So he's unclean because he doesn't digest his food properly. He's considered the garbage can on the farm. If you ever watched the TV show or the cartoon, the Flintstones, the garbage can was the pig. They fed him anything, to spare everything. That was the garbage can.
Right.
Because they eat anything. They'll eat any and everything. And they don't digest their food properly. It swells up. That's why that's the most saltiest meat. You don't have to eat the seasoning right. So he's unclean to you. Right? Keep going.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch.
Not only should you not eat it, you can't even touch it damn well. So if a pig come down right here, you're not touching it.
Right.
And we wonder why this is the cheapest meat in the grocery store. Because your enemy wants you to keep sinning.
Right.
He wants you to keep breaking God's law. So he makes,
Who's the white man?
yeah,
I
yeah,
already know. I already know.
Say with the pig.
yeah. Yeah, we wonder why the cops call them damn pigs.
Right.
Because they hate you. And they want to keep you in sin. They want to keep you from following God's laws. Not keeping his commandments. Because if you in sin, that's only how they can defeat you. We got the precept, King.
This is the book of the Song of the Three Holy Children. Verse number 14.
Look it out.
For we, O Lord, are come less than any nation,
Give me your excellent.
and Salakia. I can't see you real quick. I gotta get the flashlight up.
But yeah, my brother cried at me because look, they want to keep you in sin, man. Everything. That's why I say you have to gird yourself up because everything around you is sin. So like you said, you don't want to cheat on a woman. But every time you put on your TV, it's a half-naked woman. Somebody shaking some. You know what I'm saying? Anyone like lust is everywhere. Why you think they promoting it so hard?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because they want to keep you in the lustful state. They want to keep you sinning. Keep you at the bottom. That's why it's happening. That's why they're trying to make it cute or popular for our women to dress half naked to think they look good. Damn it, what happened to face value before? What happened to that?
Right.
So face value don't have no purpose no more. You gotta be, you don't leave nothing to the imagination no more. That's cute now. But it's getting pushed on our women. And what it's gonna do, make our men into a lustful state and gonna attract these type of women or go after these type of women. So that's why we have to keep these commandments. Bring them.
This is the book of the Song of the Three Holy Children. Chapter 1 and verse number 14.
Bring it out.
For we, O Lord, are become less than any nation, and be kept under this day in all the world because of our sins.
That's how we still in the way because of our sins. Hey, give me Judah 5 and 17. So because of our sins is why we in this way. We gonna stay here. We gonna keep sinning. Our pops, God, which is Yahweh, he's not gonna walk with you, bro, while you in sin. It ain't gonna happen. Just like if you're a father, you got rules. You gonna stand on your kids, bro. And some things is not negotiable, bro. Like if you're a father, say, bro, you gonna get good grades in the house. You gonna get good grades, bro, or we got problems.
It's called self-discipline.
Yeah.
You got to follow the law because it helps.
And that's why people now have to start learning the law. Yeah, it's great that you even know part of it, kid, but you know a lot of our people don't even know what the law means.
Right.
When you say law, they thinking about stopping at the day these damn red lights and stop
right.
signs. But that's what our people think when you say law. That's the
The Bible, this the law right here.
it
That's
is.
right.
And I'm glad you already got that, kid.
You gotta live with it.
Right.
Live with it and die by it. Ain't no other way. Ain't no turn no other way, King. Bring this out, King.
Book of Numbers, chapter 15, and verse number 38.
Bring it out.
Speak unto the children of Israel,
Uh-huh.
and bid them that they make the fringes and the border of their garments.
So this is another law as well. We was told that we have to wear fringes at the border of our garment.
Throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of a border of a ribbon of blue.
So we have to wear fringes with a ribbon of blue. You know what fringes are?
Yep.
Right?
All I know is it is.
Yeah, that's these here. You gotta start wearing. Because I'm gonna keep going. There's a specific reason why. It's not only because that's how we even get identified as an Israelite. Somebody else can see us, but it's also for you too in your personal walk, in your personal journey. Right? Keep going, King.
And it shall be unto you, and it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them.
So before you ever think about going up there and see them, it helps you fight off them evil thoughts, fight off them wicked ways. Go ahead.
Forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Israel.
Yeah, and Jacob's name was changed to Israel.
Right.
So Jacob, Israel, you know, same thing. So his name was Jacob, and you know his name was changed to Israel. And the Israelites, and the word Israelites is basically the seeds of. Light means seed of. So we're the seeds of Jacob, which is these 12 tribes right here. So you got to get them fringes too, because it's gonna help you with your day-to-day walk. Now I don't know what person you're dealing with, because we all dealing with something. People see us think we're perfect, we not. We trying to strive our best to be there, but we not. But we wear these, and we wear our apparel to fight off them urges, fight off them demons, fight off things that the world trying to put in your face. That's why you wear your fringes. You see what I'm saying? Like I had a smoking demon, King. I had one that was real happy.
So,
And when I started wearing my fringes, it was like, damn it, I'm gonna look like a walking contradiction if I'm walking here back to back with the fringes on. And that it helped me get over it, man. It helped me fight that demon and I put it in the rest. But without this, I wouldn't have fought. I wouldn't have been able to fight. I would have been too weak. So people think weak is all physical, not spiritual.
right.
You can have the greatest muscles, you could be, man, looking like The Rock. But spiritually, you can be weak. Because you constantly fall into temptation, constantly fall into sin, which is
Right.
transgression of the law.
Hey, Salakia, look at Shannon Sharp.
Look at Shannon Sharp. Look at Shannon Sharp.
Ripped as hell in essence and everything.
Huh?
He just said, he said,
Yeah, that's the gym for us. Lift that up and read them pages. Cause yeah, look at our brother Shannon Sharp.
got the tape.
You 60 years old and you gonna lose $100 million for a damn OnlyFans Edomite snow bunny that was 20 years old. And when the other sister, the Eve, which kind of got the same kind of background and story as the snow bunny, what's her name, Delicious, was chasing him, he running from her to guide her. Yeah.
Delicious.
It's something like that, man. It's one of them damn names, but like, that's it.
Yeah, she used to be Flavor of Love.
Flavor of Love, yeah. She running out them chasing him. He know, I don't want that, I'm good. She too young enough. But you go get a younger Edomite.
Right.
Damn, you're gonna lose your whole little empire, $100 million, which we don't supposed to be dealing with them anyway.
Right.
But look at him. He cut his facial hairs off.
Right.
He living in sin. He don't want no fringes. He started getting money. He even put his Bible down. Because people don't know when Shannon Sharp first started coming out, but he was real religious. He's always to talk about the Bible, talk about what his granny and his grandpa's talking about the Bible. But as he continued to grow, that Bible got put down. He started making jokes about, like, I'm gonna put my Bible down. Oh, she read the Bible, oh, she too good for me, I can't deal with her. Yeah. The Lord got a funny way of dealing with people.
That's what Mr. B nasty.
Huh?
He said he was gonna mess with Mr. B nasty.
Right. But then he not, because she Eve. He gonna choose, you see what I'm saying? But look, he's strong as ever, but spiritually he's weak as ever.
Right.
Physical mean nothing. The spirit outweighs the physical. David wasn't the biggest brother. That spirit was right though. Saul was way bigger than David. But David's spirit was way bigger than Saul. That's why he went out there and slayed Goliath.
David.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So what you got in your hand is how we gird ourselves up spiritually. We gird ourselves up spiritually. And then if you want to hit the gym and get the physical, that's cool too. But that means none of your spirit ain't right, man. That means absolutely nothing, man. So that's why we wear these fringes. We don't eat pork. We grow out our beards. No matter how much it grows or not. It's not for a look. It's not, everybody don't, look, man, all of us ain't got a beard like this, bro. But what I'm saying is, we gonna grow ours out as much as we can. Because it's not for no fashion statement. We was commanded to do it, we gonna do it. You got that too?
Yeah, I got it.
You gotta keep the law, King. You gotta keep the law. Because this is what the Lord said in regards to that. What else? Go ahead.
This is the book of Judah, chapter 5, and verse number 17. And while they sit not before their God, they prospered.
So when we didn't sin, we prospered. We was good. But keep going. And give me Deuteronomy 28:13.
They prospered because the God that hated iniquity was with them.
Uh-huh.
But when they departed from the way which he appointed them,
Okay.
they were destroyed in many battles very sore.
As soon as we departed from what he showed us, then we was destroyed. We were the same mighty people that prospered and was winning, but we thought we did it. So whenever you out, that's why pride got to be killed too. Because don't think nothing gonna happen without the Lord letting it happen. Don't think you're not gonna do anything without the Lord allowing it to happen. No matter how mighty he help you grow, the Lord is helping making that happen. You see what I'm saying? So that's why when we prosper, we put the Lord first. And when we stop following his ways, you put yourself first. You thinking you did it.
Put Jesus first. Because Jesus did that. Put him first before anybody.
Yeah, so King, you're the son of God. You know what I'm saying? He came to do the will of his Father. His Father sent him. But he's our righteous example of what we need to be walking like. Because he came here, he didn't sin. So he showed us it was possible. He showed us the blueprint of what to do. We got the blueprint. You ever took a test? Right? It's like you got the test and the answers and we still fail. How? You see what I'm saying? We got the test, which is in here, and the answers to the test. All answers to the test is in here. And we still fail.
Because some people don't try to understand. You gotta understand this first. Then look, here and meditate.
Yes. And you got to lose your pride and lose yourself. Because it ain't about you. That's it. That's it. And living out what he created you to be.
Yeah.
We always created for a purpose. We denying it. Some people denying it. Some people don't want to realize it. And when you get into your purpose, you thinking you did it. You didn't. But even right now, you coming up the street while we started and you recognize the brother, this was all designed. Right. We probably might came out here tonight just to talk to you.
Right.
The Lord might set all this up right now just to talk to you for the day. Okay? We don't know if somebody else might come. They might not. But as we know, the Lord said desire is right now for us to talk to you right now. For us to build as brothers, have a great conversation. To sharpen your sword because you already moving in the righteous way. You already know something. So keep you moving, keep you motivated, keeping you encouraged. hopefully giving you a spiritual boost. Like, no, man, the Lord want to deal with you, man. Bring out your precept, okay?
This is just in regards to the pride spirit, right?
Luke 18:30.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 8 and verse number 11.
Luke 18:30.
Beware that thou forget not the Lord thy God in not keeping his commandments and his judgments and his statutes which I command thee this day. Lest when thou hast eaten and art full and have built goodly houses and dwelt therein, and when thy herds and thy flocks multiply, and thy silver and thy gold is multiplied, and all that thou hast multiplied, then thine heart be lifted up, and thou forget the Lord thy God, which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. Jump to verse 17. And thou say in thy heart, my power and the might of mine hand hath gotten me this wealth. But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, and he may establish his covenant which he sware unto thy fathers as it is this day.
Man, look at that. When it goes right, some of our people, you get puffed up in the heart saying, my power. I mean, you ain't got no power.
Right,
You got the power that the Lord gave you,
right,
that he allowed you to get.
This the power.
right.
Right here.
That is. And whatever he gives you, he gave you. But it ain't yours. So don't lift yourself up about my power. I did this. Because the Lord said, at the end of the day, you're going to come back. And you go, because I'm going to put you through something, you're going to recognize it was me the whole time, bro. Yes, I used you and made you get to that point, but it was still all for me, man. The Lord going to do that, man. Go ahead.
Verse number 19. And it shall be, if thou do at all forget the Lord thy God, and walk after other gods, and serve them, and worship them, I testify against you this day that ye shall surely perish. As the nations which the Lord destroyed before thy face, so shall ye perish, because ye would not be obedient unto the voice of the Lord your God.
We wonder why we're in the conditions we're in, because we don't believe, or we don't follow his way. That's why we perishing.
Right.
It called voice.
We turning our shoulders from it. We're denying it. You see what? Matter of fact, give me that in Zechariah 7 and 11. This is what we doing to the voice. This is what we doing to when we hear stuff. When we supposed to be listening and hearkening on to the Most High God. We are not. We're denying it. We're pushing it away. And we running from our power. We running from our salvation. We running from being the light. We running from being the kings on the earth again.
Right.
It's like, unfortunately, we making poor look too good. We comfortable with the poor state. We're comfortable being beneath. We're comfortable being at the lower state. When we was born to be above, man. Because we turned it from that, man. Bring this out, King.
This is the book of Zechariah chapter 7 and verse number 11.
Go.
But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear.
Wait, what they doing to the Lord? Can you read that from the top again?
But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear.
So when the Lord trying to grab you and talk to you, you pulling your shoulder away, you la 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 la, you stopping your ears. We doing everything not to listen to, okay?
That's right. It called like it called the voice of Jesus. He said on top of the mountain, right?
Yeah, we supposed to be that light on top of that hill.
He said, I'm here for you, so you can listen to the voice. And that's why God said, son, listen to the voice. The gospel is the voice.
We don't want to do it though.
Gospel is the voice.
It's the only thing we should be listening to.
It's the voice.
Because the gospel is our examples. It's our righteous examples of what we need to be doing and living by, man. It's what we need to be going by, man. Like, it's the only thing. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, give me Sirach 20 and 32. Sirach,
32.
yeah, 20 and 32.
But it's good to
And give
have
me
your voice, right?
second address.
It's good.
Second address, 16 and 75.
Why I say
He
that?
go, that brother for the press.
Listen to the voice.
Huh?
Yeah, the fire extinguisher.
Oh,
Was
God.
that a fire extinguisher?
Want to leave this person
They
by.
extinguished
He
somebody.
finna blow somebody
You
candle
want me to
out.
be like him.
I'm listening, King.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Many live vices.
Yes. Yes, he's the only way, right? He's the only way. But we don't want to hearken to it. Bring this out, King.
That's the book of Sirach, chapter 20 and verse number 32.
out.
Necessary patience in seeking the Lord is better than he that leadeth his life without a guide.
We're living a life without a guide. You ever went on a road trip without a map? That's what we doing basically. Every day.
Some people deny them.
They do.
Me,
Bro,
I am
King,
a guy.
I love you accepting it.
I love me, Jesus. I love Jesus Christ. Son
So-
of God. I
So
love
if you love him,
grace. Grace.
are you willing to say his name in the Paleo Hebrew, which is the original name? Yahweh Shai. Can you say that?
Yahweh Shai.
Say that again.
Yahweh Shai.
Good. That's his name because you know the letter J wasn't invented only like 500 years, so they had to change it. So when you go back to the original text, which is the Paleo Hebrew, his name is Yahweh Shai. All praises, man. But I'm glad you had to love him. But look, because like I'm glad you using him as your guide because some of our people is living a life without a guide, right?
Right.
And this is what the Lord said we have to do. Bring this out, King.
Book of Second Esdras, chapter 6.
No, 16, King. 16 and 75. 16, 75. So, because it said in Sirach, it's necessary to follow the Most High God. I'm paraphrasing, but necessary to follow the Most High God to live a life without a guide. How can we find our directions? How can we find our way? And we ain't got no guidance. We don't have no guidance to know where we're going. And this was the Lord, he answers all questions, man. Bring this out.
The book of Second Esdras, chapter 16, in verse number 75.
Bring it out.
Be not ye afraid. Be ye not afraid. Neither doubt. For God is your God.
Who is your guide?
For God is your God.
He say, be not ye afraid, man. Because God is your guide. Keep going, King.
And the God of them who keep my commandments.
And he's the God of them who keep his commandments. And the commandments are only for the children of Israel. No? Yeah, because you know the word Christian just means follow Christ. No, we don't.
Everything.
Yeah. So Christians mean follow, and the Jews, which is us, which is we're the original Jews.
Of course I know.
That's why the other people say they Jewish. They don't call themselves the real Jew. They call themselves Jewish.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They Jewish. They not the real Jews. That's us. You know the Bible talks about them too. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna pull it. Give me that 2 and 9, Revelation 2 and 9.
I already know.
And I want to read this to you too, then, Ken. Yeah. Go ahead, Ken. Bring it out.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
And the synagogues of Satan. They know they're not the real Jews. But go to 3 and 9. Because this was going to happen in this time by them playing with God's name and playing with God's chosen people. Playing with the jewels of God.
Right.
This is what's going to happen to them. He's going to humble them. Bring them back down to earth, man. Bring this out.
This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse number 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
They going to come worship before our feet. But we got to get right first.
You ain't lying. Fact.
We got to get right so our Father can do his thing.
That's right.
Who don't want that? The people that raped, robbed, murdered, destroyed our people, not only back then, but even to this day. Because look at this neighborhood. Look at that. And it's like, yeah, but look, think about it. How many black chemists you know? How the hell is the drugs getting in our neighborhood like that?
the white man.
Come on now. Even look at our neighborhood. All these stores. How many of them are owned by us?
No.
You see what I'm saying? It's a slim few.
And you know what that's called in today's news outlet, what they did to us? Right? The drugs is chemical warfare.
Yep.
Right? And and in regards to finances, that's economical warfare. They wage war against us, man. They wage war against the Most High God by putting their hands on the apple of his eye.
And the easy way to destroy a people at war, because we don't think we at war.
Right.
We think it's normal. We didn't normalize rough conditions. We didn't normalize poverty. We didn't normalize war. We think war is always physical. Mental warfare works too, man. Economical warfare works.
Right.
These things work, man.
Rock it through your house.
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 Calm yourself.
Calm yourself.
Calm yourself.
Calm yourself.
Calm yourself.
Calm yourself.
Who got next?
We got next.
Who got next?
We got next.
We got next.
Well,
What we gonna do?
Take the king.
What we gonna do?
Take the king.
What we gonna do?
Take the king.
Where?
Now.
Where?
Now.
Where?
Now.
How?
Bashuma mashaki yahushua.
If it has.
Bashuma mashaki yahushua.
If I say how.
Bashuma mashaki yahushua.
Calm yourself.
Calm yourself.